WHOW is the area's leading local news source 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the latest local news, obituaries, police blotter, weather forecasts, and more. With no payroll. Get tuned to my daily news.com to get the helpful information you need to know. From the Heart Media Group newsroom and the WebDailyNews.com, I'm Ben Hubbard with this expanded morning newscast. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Ben Hubbard. The news is brought to you by Redbirds and Clinton, your local headquarters, as well as access offering fiber internet in Clinton. Click the icon on the web table to find out more. The ongoing pursuit of locations for new city hall, police, and fire buildings is getting closer to a resolution. That's according to City Administrator Tony Harris and Mayor Helen Nicolosi. Harris says the city is in the early stages, but they have made significant progress in identifying suitable land. I think the defense is very much started. I'm comfortable saying I think the location for all. I agree with them. I think we have, and now it's a matter of talking to the people that own it all, the city owns it, what that looks like, and talking to the folks at fire and police again to review what they need in the facility, because we did that before this game has been kicked down our third meeting. At the expo this year, we got them said I'm going to first started in the fire department 32 years ago, and they told me when we were going to get a new building. So I can just assure you that we're going to kick the kingdom room. I think they have 3 places. So I think we found it. Harris and the mayor have evaluated multiple potential locations, but some were deemed financially unfeasible as the scope became clearer. And the second places, or one place could accommodate 2 of them. But again, we're still looking at that. They still have a lot of homework to do. We're confident on this location. That's really all we can say right now, because there's been a lot of work. It's I've been working on this since she took office. I've been here for 2 months, and there's a lot of work that's really best. They have identified other locations as well that we have to look into right now. And this work will structure what they have to tear down. So some of those locations, by the time they pull the building down and purchase the land, it's just too much. We couldn't have a long conversation with plant treasurer, and he gave us numbers. He said, this is where you got to be. And we know what those numbers are. Now we just got to make those numbers work. And that's why we're talking like she mentioned, we're talking about the police and fire. We know the number, we have to know the number as well, and we have to look forward to it. We want to get everything that they need, everything they need, and we can build on that, and while the city continues these evaluations, officials are exploring options that prioritize structural longevity and efficient land use. According to Harris, the objective is to avoid limiting any acquired property and occupied with a strong preference for repurposing existing structures or demolishing. There's been several questions on that too. We haven't even approached council yet on that aspect of it. There's been some discussions that they have some different ideas, but it's just stuck and occupied. I can tell you that. Right, and I can tell you it's stuck and occupied. In my opinion, and again, like the 5 votes, right? I can tell you I'm never going to say that building comes down. If we will repurpose that and use for purpose, and can't shoot it. I think open profit. In my opinion, I'm going to develop into something. Accelerate it, whatever. But if it's not going to myself and occupy, then I'll start speaking to different developers to and ask them what's your idea. If you can do this, there's one thing we got to think about, when we talk about that. this way. So we're going to sell the bullying. And we know what's going to go in there, so we can go ahead and book you. So that's been discussed. It was nearly 2 years ago, a priority for the city administrator to action. The priority also a part of the city's updated strategic plan. Coming up shortly on this expanded newscast, Lincoln Police Chief offers advice to recover stolen property. Twice a year, the Friends of the Warner Library help clean the shelves out to make room for new books, all while raising money for the library. Lauren Sprague with the Friends explains that the biannual book sale is returning this Friday and Saturday to great opportunity to fill out your classroom or at home library with books at a discounted price. This sale will be Friday, just normal, May 1st and May 2nd. Friday from 9 in the morning to 6 at night. And it's still in the afternoon evening a little bit because we do a deal for educators. The biggest special deal. The welcome bag. Now this is the bag. No one makes description bag. This says this appointment bag you have been okay. Or teacher, how can you get that? You're shutting the doors. Oh, so it's playing open for the Friday. And Saturday is 9 to 1 p.m. There, everybody can get a welcome bag. Teachers have 2 bags for luck. We get donations from a lot of it is random passes out of money with overloads. As that's the Hundred Times Community in Anderson interested in enough last time we didn't have many notebooks, which I've got a relative who's a teacher in the hall, and she shows up on Friday, and she's probably one of those with the big bags doing not loses the books for her reading classes. And people don't realize teachers buy these books on their own book, so we try to do everything. And even if they're home educators, look at that. Well, the Friends of Ellen Committee of Community Donations of Books, adult program coordinator library, and says they will clear off the shelves of books that are no longer popular or are ready to be moved out of the rotation and sold right at the book sale. So as we our inventory of something isn't circulating, we'll put it in the book sale. And in the Friends of the Library, your numbers should come, right? So people of the Friends working in the library all the time, and donations like that happen every day. Always working for those and keeping things organized, and it's fun to see other people who are, I really have a full cycle of living in my city, so it's awesome. So we have them to sell all these books and everything. And the inventory, and really push it to have it nice, because I really we get either books that are really in bad shape. So we get that some books not really bad shape. We're trying to sell those guys. And I will say that I have, with my aunt, I have a family friend, and he had tons and tons of books. So it is nice if you can bring like a large amount of books, if you like contact us, just so we know we can have a cart ready to help you get everything out of your area to friends, or we can have some extra friends in the library and the library to help with those kind of moving, especially because we're under construction, so there's not a bunch of available space. So if you're going to bring a large amount, give us a little bit of that. Just a little easy looking at your books already. The funds from the book sale are gathered by the Friends. It's emphasizes that what the money is used on is entirely up to the library staff and leadership. They themselves that much of it goes towards the sign. The staff of the library is they set the calendars, they set the budgets, and the Friends. We're not librarians, so we're the library started at growing point. And certain things need to happen at certain times in the year. She's going to some many prizes. They help with the money for that. Some of the other programs will come to us. And if there's a special thing, like the pavilion, and we'll talk with the library staff, they'll talk with all the both of us with programs. But that's also one way they get the book sale, the more they're able to help us with like free food and also volunteers and reading vegetables, and then at the end of summer reading, or end of summer reading, I guess, and they provide pizza, so I would say $2,000, hoping for $1,000 this year. Last fall, I don't know if it was for the carbon or what, but it was way they couldn't get together donations so they could sell, which is why I was sort of pushing for donations. We could already get something that could work. If you're interested in donating books for this weekend's book sale, you can drop them off at the local library located at 310 North Quincy Street in Clinton, or know about the book sale by visiting the or following the friends on Facebook. You're listening to the WHOW Morning Show. Let's take a quick break with a word from our sponsor. Spring is in the air, so it's time to choose your bit. So, this is Scott Brown from Workshop-wide Dedicated Client Farmer Center. We have a good selection of initial varieties with springtime sodas and special finance from regular cabs, butter cabs, or creek cabs in the gas or diesel. We also have an extra money for your trade on all initial varieties this month. So, together let's drive. Sell away until what should be built, but home. No, for the stop. Experience the power of better connection with its fiber internet. Access delivers ultra-fast, reliable speeds to keep you connected at the speed of life. Whether you're working from home, streaming your favorite shows, or with your friends, Access has you covered. Say goodbye to buffering and drop calls and say hello with your fiber-fast internet. Ready to upgrade your connection? Sign up today. Access icon at directlinimitus.com. Nothing connects us like connects us. News today, 20 minutes after the top of the hour. WHOW Morning Show. Electronics. Power tools and high-value personal items are often the first targets for theft, but for victims, the recovery often hinges on one crucial step to before the crime occurs. A local law enforcement official is offering insight into the reality of property theft and hopes to help residents get their belongings back. According to Lincoln Police Chief Joe Meister, there is a distinct breakdown in the restored typically found. I would say it's probably 70-30. It used to be 70-30 Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or something like that. 30 something shops. Because obviously, once you catch the criminal a few times, he figures out how to do it. It is less frequent now. So it takes a few extra steps, sometimes some covert investigation when it comes to a private person selling. Because pawn shops have requirements that laws have if I come in as a law enforcement officer and say, I know something stolen, here's a report, I have to give it up. If somebody is personally in possession of stolen trying to sell it through social media, so I don't have that same authority. Geez, I don't have to follow laws. The challenge for law enforcement often lies in the lack of documentation when items like expensive tools or electronics are stolen. Proving ownership becomes difficult without specific identification. Meister emphasizes that the single biggest mistake victims make is failing to keep a record of their items. Several members. So, a lot of expensive items, electronics, power tools, that nature already have a certain number on it. One of the biggest mistakes I see is people don't record their serial numbers. First, when I buy a power tool, it comes with an owner's manual. I just take a brief moment to write down the serial number on the owner's manual. Owner's manual. But the other important paperwork that I always keep, I want to stolen items to make a stolen property report. And that report, if it has enough detail in it, is what assists us in recovering that. If the true one doesn't come with a serial number on it, law enforcement has it as an owner-applied number. So, okay, you can buy your social security number, right? That's all it is. You can apply your own individual identifier on that property, record it, and then attach and access the same as a serial number. To combat this issue, the city of Lincoln implemented a program that gives law enforcement the ability to track and recover property more efficiently. This regional database will search pawn shop inventories by make, model, and serial number across neighboring communities, which has been vital in recovering tools that might have been pulled out from where they were originally taken. said that City like a few years ago, we decided to invest in a program that law enforcement can access. Basically, there's one shot that they can ask it to, and then they can search for items there. But a serial number, but a lot on that's helped to recover a lot of stolen tools and other communities. So there's tools we're stolen and pulling in people. They can access all the records from people pawn shops and all that information. If you find yourself the victim of theft, having detailed information ready for the police report is essential. Checkpoints set up for pawn shops are required by law to collect photo identification from anyone who pawns an item. Unfortunate circumstances that you are the victim. If you have all that information, that helps law enforcement recover it to sue you at the time you do prosecute the person who took them from it. The pawn shop is require a person who pawns an item or sells an item to them to provide photo identification. So I can connect this basically person that pawned it. They just have a lead to that person does still be the monitor side, so they get to them or somehow involved in that food crime. That's a way to follow hopefully all back to who the thief. Chief Meister and residents to lock car doors, garage doors, and house doors to decrease the likelihood of falling victim to a property crime, particularly as we embark on the season when they see an increase in those occurrences. Plain County Farm Bureau is announcing a significant investment for the Plain County Fairgrounds located on the west side of Bloomington. One may will be a big help, says McLean County Fair and Events Manager Ken Rader. The HVAC and eliminates the buildings with the air conditioning that's already completed. Concrete work is in some buildings that needs them in the parking lots. So that is obviously that. So we're hoping to be able to get it done. Electricians is going to work that way. And we're hoping that with all the buildings on barns have 3 large fans in them up in the ceilings. So after started up the lights that they use on the buildings, that should be done. If we're fortunate, we have a couple of things we can get done. Like everything, but of course, timing on those projects and then the weather can factor in a lot of these things. There's a big thing about Sharon. We did already get his electric testing out this year for some livestock in. So they were going to be able to figure out some nice one using those. So some of those we'll be able to get done quickly and other things, it's going to take some time. Better sales in McLean County at Fanfare event will be held on May 30th to showcase updates. There's McLean County Fair is July 29th to August 2nd. Special Olympics Illinois is hosting a promotion at the Central Illinois Regional Airport in Bloomington. It involves pulling a 737 United Airlines jet. They're calling it the CIRA Plane Pull, which brings together teams of 20 for the ultimate tug of war competition. Who can pull the jumbo jet 12 feet the fastest? McCall Olson, executive director of the CIRA, says the biggest goal is to help raise funds for the Special Olympics. Partnership with the South for Central Airport Special Olympics surge flights on United Airlines. Ordered for this extreme tug-of-war competition. And raise funds for Special Olympics Illinois. And what it is United will order Boeing 737 and it's going to take place on the airfield on Saturday, June 6th. And teams of 20 people can sign up to take turns. So who can pull this airplane 12 feet the fastest who's in the world? And I'll tell you the trophies and just a great time for everybody. And we're raise funds for Special Olympics. There's not community. They do a fantastic job. Of course, we host the Olympics will be over there too. According to Olsen, United Airlines is flying in the jet for the special occasion to benefit more than 21,000 Special Olympic athletes across the state. Those looking to register can find the link online at specialolympics.com. Now, obituaries. Michael Ray Scott, 63, of Cisco, Illinois, passed away at 7:56 p.m. April 24th at his family residence. Services will be at 10 a.m. Thursday at Calvert Funeral Home in Argenta, with Scott Rush officiating. Burial will follow at Croninger Cemetery in Cisco. Visitation will be 5 to 7 p.m. Wednesday, April 29th at the funeral home. Memorials may be directed to the Michael Ray Scott Memorial Fund. Online condolences may be made at calvertmemorial.com. Get news anytime from your computer or your mobile device at networknews.com. Network News is now. In Washington, where 9-year-old California allegedly opened fire Saturday night just outside the Washington Hotel ballroom. The White House Correspondents' Dinner was going on. President Trump, the First Lady, along with a host of high-ranking Trump administration officials were there at the time. The suspect is in custody doing court today in D.C. The House reconvenes today and they take a vote on a bipartisan bill. The fully funded Department of Homeland Security ending the one-running partial government shutdown. Iran's latest peace proposal reportedly lacks a key ingredient which means something that would be Iran's pledge to abandon its nuclear ambitions. Watching Wall Street, the Dow futures are down 75 points. Nasdaq futures are up 29. S&P futures down 4 points. News.com. The following is not an actor, but a real life story from Trinidad, Washington. I have some advice for you if you've been trying to break free from credit card debt. To this start, doing what I do. Get your bills together through culture and debt management. Trinity is dedicated to helping people like me become debt free. When I called, my first experience was a failure of a minute. The counselor was kind, and best of all, she didn't judge me. In just a few minutes, she helped me figure out a plan that consolidated my bills into one. Monthly payment was substantially reduced by high interest rates and put me on the road to success. In the end, I saved thousands in interest. And today, my credit card debt is a thing of the past. If credit card debt has you down, call 1-800-936-5496. My name is Neil. Take it from someone who's been there. Call Trinity and become debt free for keeps. 1-800-936-5496. From the Hot Media Group Sports Desk, I'm Sports Wire and WHOW.com. I'm Ben Hubbard with this local sports report. Illinois dropped its series finale to number 20 Nebraska 3-0 on Sunday afternoon at Illinois Field. Nebraska got on the board first, planting a run in the top of the second. They added another in the seventh and their third in the ninth to seal the shutout win. Aiden Flynn recorded a quality start on the mound, going 6 innings and allowing just one run on 4 strikes. Michael Farina extended his hitting streak to 7 games, going 2 for 4 at the plate. He has reached in 11 consecutive games and leads the Illini with 16 multi-hit games. Kyle Shutman went 1 for 4 and has reached in the last 9 games. The Fighting Illini fall 2-21 and 21 and 9-12 in the Big Ten. They return to action with a midweek matchup on Tuesday against Bradley before playing a 3-game road series at Iowa next weekend. The Illinois State baseball program claimed the series sweep over Bradley with an 8-5 victory over the Braves Sunday afternoon at Duffy Bass Field. The Redbirds improved to 26-17 in 2026, up to 9-9 in the Missouri Valley Conference play. Illinois State lead from a 4-1 deficit to capture the Redbirds' first sweep over the Braves since 2013. The comeback marks the largest comeback victory for Illinois State season. Bradley jumped out to an early lead, leading 4 runs for the first 3 innings to take a 4-0 advantage. Despite the deficit, the Redbirds' offense sparked in the bottom of the third Ryan Banks doubled to left, putting a runner in scoring position for the Redbirds in the frame. Moments later, young brother Braden Banks followed with a double of his own to plate Illinois State's first run of the contest and make it 4-1. With the bases loaded, sophomore Pachage delivered the sac fly to score Cardinals Jr., and then the Redbirds capitalized on a wild pitch to add another run in the frame and cut the lead to 4-3. As the Redbirds continued to build momentum, Braden Banks delivered a slow shot to open the fifth inning and even the score at 4-4. Cardinals Jr. catapulted Illinois State to the lead with an RBI single. The Redbirds added another run in the fifth as Machich single to score Cardinals Jr. and give Illinois State a 6-4 advantage. The Redbirds' momentum greatly responded in the sixth as they looked to rally after loading the bases with a pair of hit-by pitches and a walk. With the bases, the Braves capitalized on a wild pitch to pull a runner back and make the score to 5 in sixth. In the home half, the Redbirds responded as Braden Banks doubled to left field for his third extra base hit of the afternoon to score Ryan Banks and extend Illinois State's advantage to 7-5. With the lead extended to 2, Illinois State grew its lead once more in the seventh as Outlaw tallied an RBI single for Karczewski after the Joliet native opened the inning with a leadoff triple. With an 8-5 lead, junior Jacob Culp and Reese Clapp tallied back scoreless innings to secure the series sweep for Illinois State. C.J. Abrams sac fly scored automatic runner Dylan Law from third in the 10th inning, and pinch hitter Jose Tena followed with a solo home, and the Washington Nationals beat the Chicago White Sox 2-1 on Sunday for their second straight extra innings win.
A second straight day of bonus baseball side as the White Sox and Nationals went to extra Sunday afternoon after Sean Burke and Foster Griffin met each other pitch for pitch in a pitcher's duel that remained scoreless through 9. Burke gave the Sox a career-high 7 1/3 innings of spotless baseball.
Swung on and strike 3. Called strike 3. 2. And line. Back to the pitcher. Knocked down by Burke. And he'll underhand the Murray for the out.
Both teams pushed across their man in extras, but Tena's tack-on home run proved to be the difference in a 2-1 final. White Sox open a 3-game series against the Angels Monday night. I'm Jeff Miller, and I'll have your pregame coverage starting at 6 p.m. on the BS Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
The White Sox are back in action on WHOW on Tuesday when they play the second game series against the Los Angeles Angels. Pregame begins at 6 p.m. Rob Refsnyder successfully challenged a third strike and then hit a go-ahead solo home run in the 9th inning to lift the Seattle Mariners to a 3-2 win against the St. Louis Cardinals. Refsnyder was initially called out by plate umpire John Bacon on an 0-2 pitch that the replay showed was outside. After 2 more balls, he hit a 412-foot blast into the left field bullpen off Jojo Romero to give the Mariners their first lead. Jose Ferrer retired the Cardinals in order in the 9th for his first save of the season. Each team successfully challenged 4 ball strike calls by Bacon during the game, during Mariners plate appearances, before J.J. Weatherholt had an unsuccessful bid in the 9th. During J.P. Crawford's 8th inning plate appearance, each team had a successful challenge. Crawford had a strike overturned in the early in the at-bat, and then had a ball 4 change to a third strike on a challenge by catcher Ivan Herrera. Herrera also secured a strikeout against Randy Arozarena in the 2nd inning, with Eduardo Bizardo got 4 outs in relief to record the victory. Weatherholt led off the 3rd inning with a line drive that traveled 375 feet into the right field bullpen for the rookie's 5th homer. Cal Raleigh answered in the 4th with a 401-footer that also landed in the Cardinals bullpen. Nathan Church added a 407-foot home run down the right field line to put in the 6th to put St. Louis up 2-1. Emerson Hancock gave up 7 hits, including the Cardinals' 2 solo homers in 6 innings for Seattle. He walked 2 and struck out 4. Michael McGreevy allowed 1 run and 5 hits in 6 innings while striking out 6 and walking none. St. Louis right-hander Dustin May takes the mound on Monday against Pittsburgh. The Pirates have not announced their starter. Justin Robolski tossed 6 scoreless innings to become the first Los Angeles Dodger pitcher since 2009 to win his first 4 starts, and LA defeated the Chicago Cubs 6-0 on Sunday in the series finale. Robolski allowed 4 hits, struck out 6, and walked a season-high 4 on a career-high 109 pitches while facing the Cubs for the first time in his career. The left-hander matched Chad Billingsley, who won his first 4 starts 17 years ago. Robolski and Cubs starter Shoto Imanaga both struggled with command and control early. They threw a combined 100 pitches through the first 2 innings. Shohei Ohtani hit an opposite field home run on Hobie Milner's first pitch in the 7th, extending the Dodgers' lead to 6-0. The 382 shot to left center cut against a gusty wind and snapped Ohtani's 12-game homerless streak. He was 3 for 4 with a walk and scored twice. The Dodgers led 5-0 in the 6th. Dalton Rushing had an RBI single when Kyle Tucker walked and scored on a pickoff error by catcher Carson Kelly after Santiago Espinal whiffed on a bunt. The Dodgers pitched around a lot of traffic with the Cubs getting leadoff runners on in the 6 of 9 innings. Chicago was 0 for 20 with base runners on and left 12 stranded, season high on the road. The Dodgers led 3-0 in the first. Ohtani walked, stole second, and took third on Kelly's initial throwing error, scored on Andy Pages' sacrifice fly. Miguel Rojas added a 2-run double with 2 outs. Robolski pitched out of a bases-loaded jam in the 2nd. Michael Busch doubled, and with 1 out, Robolski issued back-to-back walk to load the bases for Nico Horner, who struck out. Alex Bregg rounded out to shortstop to end the threat. Imanaga gave up 5 runs and 6 hits in 5 1/3 innings. The left-hander struck out 6-3. He continued his dominance of Freddie Freeman, who has 1 hit in 12 at-bats with 5 strikeouts. Cubs lefty Matthew Boyd starts Monday's series opener in San Diego against Padres right-hander Randy Vasquez. It's a good thing to go Bears coach Ben Johnson is regarded as one of the NFL's elite offensive minds. It's possible his team could need to put up 30 or more points a game to match last season's win output after the Bears went through the draft and virtually ignored one of the team's greatest perceived weaknesses. The Bears failed to draft defensive end, and the only defensive lineman they took was South African Jordan Vanderbilt, Georgia Tech, in the 6th round. That came after the defense finished 27th and 28th last 2 years against the run and 35 sacks last year. General Manager Ryan Poles said drafting late in rounds made trading up to find an edge rusher difficult, especially in the 2nd round. At least they came away with a potential starting safety in the first. Oregon's Dylan Yeneman could play alongside Kobe Bryant. That was it on defense until the Bears took Texas cornerback Malik Muhammad in the 4th round. In the 5th, it was the defense again with Arizona State linebacker Elliott. The Bears didn't pick a defensive player on Friday. Poles drafted Iowa center Logan Jones in the 2nd round. In the 3rd, he took Stanford tight end Sam Rush and LSU wide receiver Xavier Thomas. Chicago must rely on offense. Johnson can try to make use of Thomas's 4.28 second speed for the 40-yard dash, or 3 tight end sets with Rush joining Cole Kmet and Cole Stiflin. The Bears traded their 2nd round pick, the number 60 overall, to Tennessee for picks in the 3rd and 5th rounds. They swapped 4th and 5th round picks with Arizona and then traded both 7th round picks to Buffalo for a 6th rounder. Green Bay's confidence in its returning players was evident from the way the Packers approached this week's draft. With virtually all starting positions already settled, the Packers made just 6 draft selections to match their total in franchise history. It represented a major contrast for General Manager Brian Gutekunst, who had averaged 10 picks over his previous 8 drafts. The Packers focused on adding defensive depth to
of new coordinator Jonathan Gannon. Green Bay selected South Carolina quarterback Brandon Siss in the second round, Missouri defensive tackle Chris McClellan in the third, and Penn State edge rusher Danny Dennis Sutton in the fourth, and Alabama cornerback Damani Jackson in the fifth. Green Bay traded its 2026 and 27 first-round picks to Dallas late August as a part of the package to acquire all-pro pass rusher Micah Parsons. The Packers also sent a fifth-round pick to Tampa Bay to move up 7 spots in the second round and take McClellan. They traded their 2 7th-round picks to Seattle for a 6th-round selection that they used on Florida kicker Trey Smack. Smack was the only kicker drafted